Mr. Conrad, do you have any statements that you would like to make
No.
on behalf of your client?
No.
Any particular reason why?
Because you're being an
Harsh words from an attorney to CBS 21's Chris Papst after a woman was sentenced for cheating the welfare system out of more than $10,000. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Tanya Foster.
We first told you in November, I'm Rob Hanrahan, about the Lancaster County woman who won $330,000 in the PA lottery and then later committed welfare fraud. Today, she pleaded guilty to those charges.
CBS 21's Chris Papst broke this story. He is live in our newsroom tonight with what happened in court today. Chris.
Well, Rob and Tanya, Jamie Frankfurt and her attorney, as you can see here, did everything they could to avoid our cameras today after she appeared in court to plead guilty to felony welfare fraud, a crime CBS 21 exposed before she was ever even charged.
Mr. Conrad, do you have any statements that you would like to make
No.
on behalf of your client?
No.
Any particular reason why?
Because you're being an
Jamie Frankfurt's attorney, Douglas Conrad, had strong words for us today
Hey, you having fun?
when we tried to get comment following his client's court date in Lancaster.
Is it appropriate to use that kind of language?
Is it appropriate to harass me when I'm taking her to the probation office?
Back in November, CBS 21 first introduced you to Jamie Frankfurt.
Turn that camera off, please, and get off my property.
We're not on your property, ma'am.
In January of 2012, Frankfurt won $330,000 in the Pennsylvania lottery, but continued to collect welfare by not reporting her winnings to the state. In December of last year, she was charged.
Do you think it's right that the taxpayer should be subsidizing when you win that much money in the lottery?
In court today, Frankfurt pled guilty to felony welfare fraud. She received 5 years probation and a $500 fine. She also can't collect welfare for 6 months, and the judge gave her 1 year to pay back the more than $10,000 in welfare she stole from the state. But given the charges against her, Frankfurt could have been fined $15,000 and spent 7 years in jail. We asked the Office of the Inspector General who investigated Frankfurt if her sentence is enough. We received this statement, quote, "As an investigative agency, we'd like to see strict penalties, and we'd hope that would be a deterrence. We try not to focus on one case over another in terms of sentencing."
Is there anything you want to say, Ms. Frankfurt?
No, she doesn't.
Your client defrauded the Pennsylvania taxpayer out of more
And
than
she pled guilty.
$10,000.
After Frankfurt's hearing, her attorney led her out a side door of the courthouse, avoiding our cameras, forcing me to shoot this entire sequence on my phone.
Ms. Frankfurt, you don't have anything to say at all, the Pennsylvania taxpayer?
Now, as a result of our story in November, House Bill 1489 was drafted. We have reported and told you about this. It forces the Department of Revenue in Pennsylvania to investigate all lottery winnings over $2,500 to see if the winner is on welfare. Now, in January, the House passed it unanimously. It has since stalled in the Senate. In the newsroom, Chris Papst, CBS 21 News.